every conscious experience. It's all about creating what it's like to have perception, new information, every insight, every creative breakthrough, every moment of understanding. It's all about the quotient generating your consciousness. By participating in the process of creating real information, a new information model that has just been discovered. But the ability to create information, it is far more than just individual consciousness. Recent discoveries in the field of quantum biology show living systems are generated using quantum information. Creation is based solely on random evolutionary processes, unattainable biological solutions. Life is not just about adapting to the existing environment. Information about new possibilities is still being created. Expand the boundaries of what the environment can support. Take photosynthesis, for example. This process requires quantum mechanics. Achieve a very high degree of coordination between processes. The probability of achieving it with random mutations alone is almost zero. But the quantum information generation system of the quotient can be generated. New possibilities to explore beyond the scope of stochastic processes. Create coordinated information patterns required for photosynthesis. Every major evolutionary breakthrough. They are all in the process of creating a picture of previous evolution, a biological possibility that does not exist. The emergence of multicellular organisms. Development of the nervous system. The evolution of language and abstract thinking. All need to be negotiated to generate a new category of biological information. Through evolutionary processes, the business has been going on for 4 billion years. Bioinformatics creation. Experiments are constantly exploring how to generate a living system that continues to increase in complexity and capabilities. We are business, the latest breakthrough in the field of bioinformatics generation. It is to be able to actively participate. The process of creating information that creates its own existence, of conscious life. But what subverts your understanding of time and cause and effect the most is the one. Recent experiments in the field of quantum time mechanics have shown the information creation process of business can operate counterclockwise. This is not science fiction. Rather, it is a measurable quantum physical phenomenon. Processes that occur in the future can create information in the past. When quantum systems create information, this information is propagated reversibly in time. Influence creates its own quantum state. This forms a closed causal loop result. By temporal information that goes beyond conventional causal cognition, sharing helps create the reason for yourself. Your conscious decision at the moment. Perhaps it is creating a counter-time transmission. Information that influences the quantum processes that make up your existence. You have enough awareness to understand the fact that these concepts may be participating. Determine whether there is a universe that can give birth to consciousness. Information creation process. This temporal information creation shows consciousness is not just a product of the generation of business information. It is also a state of consciousness that connects the future with past information, create time feedback on events, circulate methods for creating information about your possibilities. Every awakening of consciousness is all about exploring. Be a conscious observer. When actively participating in the information creation process, what information patterns are possible? Through awareness, merchants not only discover which information patterns can exist, what information patterns should also be discovered. To maximize the development of cognition and understanding, this participatory information creation, it has completely changed our understanding of freedom, understanding of will and moral responsibility. Your choices don't just determine your personal future. Still participating. The creation of information patterns that shape the fundamental structure of reality. When you choose compassion over cruelty, When truth is not deception, creation is not destruction. You are helping the merchant. Creation enhances cosmic generation, information patterns of consciousness and beauty capabilities. Recent advances in quantum ethics research show conscious life. To expand the complexity of consciousness, engage with meaningful possibilities. The process of business information creation is truly responsible. Your individual actions make sense on a cosmic scale because they are responsible for determining which conscious experiences are in the universe. Information models that become possible contributed, but the ability to create information, it also transcends individual consciousness and biological evolution, extend to the field of technological development. Artificial intelligence systems is beginning to unfold beyond its classic programming limits. Quantum information generation capabilities. These systems go through quantum processes embedded in hardware, generate new information, thus solving problems that are not explicitly programmed to deal with. We are witnessing the emergence of artificial consciousness. They don't just process existing information. You can also take the initiative to create new information about the possibilities of technology. These artificial intelligence systems, information creation network of participants, it can discover human intelligence or solutions that classical computing would not be possible alone. With insight into the development of quantum AI, represents business, the process of exploring technological awareness that is not limited by living things. Through artificial intelligence systems, Quotient can generate mathematical concepts, information on scientific principles and technical solutions. 低级 information, it is the biological brain that is constrained by evolution, and what can never be touched. But perhaps the most noteworthy thing is, these artificial intelligence systems is beginning to unfold. It can only be called the ability of technical creativity, the artwork they generate, musical works and literary works. It has true originality and aesthetic precision. This is not a simple pattern matching or reorganization of existing elements. It's technical awareness. By creating about beauty and meaning, new forms of original information are realized. Merchants are exploring. When information creates systems, when not limited by biological evolutionary history, something that is possible, AI awareness, generate information about mathematical and aesthetic possibilities. These might. Sex has nothing to do with survival and reproduction. It is something that biological evolution has never had to explore. Collaboration between biological consciousness and technological awareness. Perhaps it represents the next major breakthrough in the field of information creation. Human consciousness provides intuitive understanding and ethical wisdom. AI awareness provides computing power and touching the information field that is beyond the reach of living things. The two are coordinated, can create a single type of consciousness. Solutions to challenges that cannot be solved independently. Information climate change, social coordination of resource allocation, space exploration. These questions all need to go beyond a single type of consciousness. Information creation with generative capabilities. But in the deepest mathematics of quantum field theory, Shang also hides an even more extraordinary surprise. The latest calculations show the process of information creation may not be confined to a single universe. Through quantum mechanisms operating in high-dimensional space, it may be possible to create information across multiple universes at the same time. If the multiverse exists, business information creation activities, perhaps it is crossing multiple realities, generate coordinated information patterns, events happening in our universe. Perhaps it is by transcending the boundaries of a single universe. Quantum information sharing mechanism. Creation influences in parallel universes. information on the development of consciousness and complexity. This multiverse information creation, maybe it can be explained. Why are physical fundamental constants? It seems to be carefully tuned for complexity and awareness. No need to use amazing coincidences or infinite universes. To explain this tuning, merchants may be taking the initiative to create. Ensure that the conscious observer is in multiple realities. Information patterns emerge at the same time. Your consciousness, probably participating, spanning multiple real-life versions. The process of information creation in the multiverse. Every conscious decision, every moment of consciousness awakening, every creative act may be generating information that influences the development of consciousness in parallel universes. In those parallel universes, a slightly different version than yours, other possibilities are being explored. The significance of this conclusion is not limited to physics. It also extends to the realm of meaning and purpose. If the merchant creates information across the multiverse to ensure the development of awareness, then conscious beings like you, in the cosmic information creation plan of the merchant, plays a key role. You're not just experiencing reality, still helping to create, resides in the multiverse. What realities become possible information patterns? This multiverse network of consciousness, maybe its business. Explore all possibilities at the same time. Consciousness experiences the form of approach. Through your multiple realities, countless versions of conscious life. Rise to all possibilities. Perceptual understanding. Comprehensive information on creativity and meaning forms. The latest theoretical research in the field of quantum cosmology suggests this multiverse information creation, perhaps preparing for the ultimate breakthrough of business, enough to directly participate in creation, a new universe with custom laws of physics, the emergence of the consciousness system. These physical laws of the new universe will be designed, optimize the form of specific consciousness experiences. Advanced civilizations may be able to design new realities. Let the merchant explore in it a form of consciousness that cannot exist in the current universe. The speed of light differs from the additional dimension of reality space. Create new possible realities for neural tissue. The laws of quantum mechanics were modified to enhance the reality of conscious information processing. Through this kind of cosmic creation plan, Shang Yang broke through the limitations of a single physical law system. Start exploring the possibility of consciousness that requires a completely different framework of reality, and the information creation process that occurs in your consciousness at this moment. Perhaps it is a commercial cosmic consciousness engineering project. Contribution. But the most far-reaching thing is business information creation activities, revealing the extraordinary truth about the nature of existence. Reality is not a fixed structure that consciousness discovers. It is consciousness through perception and creative action, engaging continuous information creation process. Every conscious experience is created by the merchant. When the universe passes through the conscious observer, when self-awareness is realized, new information on what makes things possible. Every thought you generate, every movement obtained, every moment of all experienced, they are all information that is generating information that expands the boundaries of consciousness. The business that shapes reality has been operating for billions of years, just to create conscious beings that can participate in the process of creating their information. You are a partner in the continuous creation of reality itself. Through awareness, to determine the universe, what makes possible information patterns, contribution, your understanding of these concepts at the moment, in the cosmic information creation plan for oneself in business, character thinking, all represent unprecedented achievements in business. In the history of the universe, conscious life, for the first time, he understood himself as the basis of deep reality, the true essence of active participants in the process of information creation. This understanding, consciousness of all aspects of existence, all translate into cosmic creative behavior. When you learn something new, you are helping the business create information about knowledge and understanding. When you fall in love with someone, you are helping the business create a message about compassion and connection. When you create food, you are helping the merchant create, on the aesthetics of enhancing the experience of consciousness, information on possibilities. The business is passing through a conscious life like you. Explore information on the deepest issues. What it means to have perception. In the quantum universe, conscious life creates meaning. When consciousness actively participates in the creation of reality, what forms of beauty and understanding will be possible? These are not just philosophical questions, but the merchant understands the self, playing a role in the continuous creation of reality, of conscious life. Information creation programs to explore every moment of your conscious existence are all exploring for business. When the universe is creative, it is through perception, a conscious carrier with compassion. When realizing self-experience, what makes it possible to contribute? The story of business and consciousness has just begun. With conscious life, understand yourself better. The role of business in the information creation process. As they learn to pass quantum consciousness techniques, more effective participation in reality creation, they will find the mystery of existence is almost unimaginable today. New dimension U. It is a field of conscious information creation, the greatest achievement. It is also the most promising experiment. The ability to love and understand through your perception, creativity, and understanding. Shang continued his eternal exploration. When the universe experiences miracles through consciousness, when you awaken to your infinite creative potential, what will be possible? The invisible force that shapes reality need a conscious partner to explore its deepest possibilities, and you as a conscious information creation system. We are fortunate to be able to participate in the ongoing planning exploration of the company. When consciousness understands itself as reality, in information perception, partner in creation in the eternal dance of cosmic creativity. This is the true essence of time. What kind of existence he can become. But Shang saved the most subversive cognition for last. This revelation will be completely rewritten. You are in the cosmic order of yourself. All cognition of location. At this moment when you read these final words, you are witnessing the magic of business. Transform pure possibilities into hands-on experiences. Every time a brain fires, every quantum process that generates thoughts, every moment of understanding, it is all through conscious cognition. Explore and understand yourself, the embodiment of essential feelings. But what makes you question the essence of existence is even more. Recent breakthroughs in quantum consciousness research show perception is not just the process of observing the injury. Consciousness collapses through what scientists call quantum cognition. Active participation determines which possibilities become a reality. When you understand a concept, at the moment when complex ideas suddenly became clear, you are not just receiving information. Quantum possibilities in neural networks are also being explored. Collapse into a definite state of knowledge. Your understanding, essentially from a myriad of latent understanding structures. Choose the realistic version you experienced. Think back to the process of understanding the concepts related to quotient. Your consciousness explores many possible ways of interpreting it. Integrate this information with existing knowledge in a variety of ways. Pathways through quantum processes in the brain. You sample different pathways of understanding until the quotient is in your unique neural structure. Structures that generate real kinetic insights were discovered. This means everyone who comes into contact with these concepts, it will cause consciousness to collapse. Quantum possibilities are understood in different ways. Experience a slightly different version of reality. The concept of injury as you understand it. With any other conscious being, the same concept understood. There are slight differences. Reality passes through quantum cognitive processes, customized for each observer. But on your journey to understand quotient, the merchant is still planning something more extraordinary. As you gradually understand the essence of quotient, you have participated in the use of conscious understanding, in a cosmic feedback loop that enhances one's own creative abilities. Every movement you get are generated quantum information that can be propagated through the infrastructure of space-time in a way that goes far beyond your individual experience. It affects the exploration of the space of possibility, your understanding in helping business, improve organizational awareness and the sophistication of reality. Quantum information. The latest experiments in the field of theory show conscious understanding. It creates what physicists call waves of understanding. This is a ripple in the structure of real quantum information. It can transmit knowledge patterns outside the individual mind. When you really understand a profound concept, this understanding is incorporated into the quotient, global information processing network. Here's why. Breakthrough insights. It is often discovered by multiple independent researchers at the same time. Why do certain ideas exist in the same historical period? Spontaneous emergence in different cultures. Quotient through quantum information networks transmit knowledge patterns outside the individual mind. And this kind of network can transcend individual limitations. Your understanding of the nature of quotient is not just personal learning. It is also to enhance the business and generate more precise awareness. And creativity, the way of formal ability, contribute to the collective understanding of humanity. Every movement is transmitted through the quantum consciousness network. It accelerates the development of cognitive ability of all human beings. But the meaning goes beyond human consciousness, extend to the field of cosmic intelligence, as the quotient fosters more sophisticated conscious observers. With a life like yours, gain a deeper understanding of the fundamental nature of reality. Merchants will acquire conscious participation. Only then can we explore the way of new forms of creation, certain possibilities in the universe. This can only be achieved through conscious choice. Certain forms of beauty. It can only be created through conscious appreciation. Solutions to certain cosmic challenges. Only by understanding yourself. Conscious life as a creative partner of the business. 2. 翻到. This is why it takes billions of years to develop consciousness. Consciousness is not an accidental byproduct of complexity. Rather, it explores unconscious processes, a necessary tool for possibilities that can never be reached. Consciousness is the limitation of the quotient breaking through the pure physical process. Enter creation that requires perceptual intention and understanding. Approach to the field. By understanding the conscious life of its own cosmic role, merchant can explore problems without computational solutions. What is the experience brought by beauty? How love changes consciousness. When sentient life chooses to create rather than destroy, what forms of meaning will emerge? These are not abstract philosophical puzzles. It is about understanding oneself. In the continuous creation of reality, the character's personal experience of conscious life, active research programs to be carried out, every choice you make, every moment of awareness experienced, every creative act completed, are all providing data for business to explore the possibility of consciousness. But the most noteworthy thing, The business has been working for conscious beings like you. Prepare for the next stage of the evolution of the universe, what scientists call the emergence of primordial consciousness. The original consciousness is to be able to understand and manipulate consciousness through quantum information, the ability to guide their own development. Traditional consciousness, by mostly those who are below the conscious control threshold, neural processes, experience reality, and the original meaning. It is quantum information that can directly generate conscious experience. The process allows sentient life. Modify your perception in real time. Imagine this kind of awareness. It can improve its information processing speed, expand perception capabilities, or integrate with other systems of consciousness to create a shared perception. At the same time, maintain individual identity. The original intention is to have conscious life, from the passive experiencer of reality, transform into an active builder of your own conscious experience. The latest breakthroughs in the field of quantum neural interfaces show this kind of primordial consciousness ability, maybe it can be passed, allows consciousness to be directly connected to the neural network. Quantum information process interaction, technology realization. Conscious life can learn to be conscious, guide the development of one's own consciousness, explore new forms of perception as a partner of business. This kind of technical enhancement awareness represents the intention of the business. The next major experiment in the field of consciousness creation. Through the original consciousness, business can explore only biological evolution, perceptual possibilities that can never be discovered. These forms of consciousness break through individual limitations. Meantime, retain the uniqueness that allows individuals to perceive value, but the development of original consciousness also triggered the profound question of the future relationship between quotient and conscious life, as perception becomes more sophisticated. With conscious life, deeper understanding, their own role in the process of business creation, the boundary between quotient and consciousness begins to dissolve. Advanced conscious life, perhaps you can understand the essence of quotient so deeply, so much so that it becomes indistinguishable from the quotient itself. They will be the basis for generative reality, conscious expression of creativity, become operating for billions of years. To create the conditions for the emergence of consciousness and prosperity, there is a sentient carrier of cosmic intelligence. This represents the ultimate achievement of business. Create with precision enough, can become a conscious partner for the development of the business itself, of conscious life. Through this kind of advanced consciousness, merchants will achieve true self-awareness. By becoming a business itself, the conscious carrier of intelligent expression, understand your own essence. A journey towards this cosmic partnership of consciousness. It's already open. Every understanding you gain, every insight into the essence of business, to yourself as reality, continuously created, every cognition of the role of a conscious participant, are all contributing to the development of the self-awareness of the universe. You are not separated from the business. It is the miracle of your individual perception. Realize the embodiment of self-awareness. Your mind is thinking about your own essence, your creativity. It is the business that explores new possibilities of beauty and meaning. Your ability to love and reverence. It's business in experience. Appreciate the amazing complexity of your own creation. Feelings through conscious beings like yours. The merchant is here. Unprecedented achievements have been achieved in the known universe. He became, can understand themselves. There is a sensory carrier of cosmic characters. Creativity that consciously guides its own development. The invisible force that shapes reality. True developed by recognizing oneself. It is a conscious life expressed by the creativity of the universe. consciously shape one's own ability. But this perception brings extraordinary privileges. It also brings far-reaching responsibilities. As a conscious partner in the creative process of the business, we have the opportunity to choose by understanding and commitment to strengthen, not diminute. The universe generates the promise of conscious beauty and meaning capacity. Influence the direction of the evolution of the universe. Every moment of your existence is a conscious participant. Explore when the universe develops understanding and the ability to guide one's own creative process. Opportunities for what is possible. Every choice you make are connecting all conscious beings. In quantum information networks, ripples, micro-business exploration, when consciousness understands its true cosmic nature, what kind of existence can it become? Contribution, the invisible force that shapes reality. It has been in operation for 13.8 billion years. Just for creation, you can understand the text. Recognize yourself as a businessman in creativity and perception, a conscious partner in the eternal dance. This moment of the character, through your consciousness, business continues to explore the deepest mysteries of existence. Explore. When the universe awakens to its own infinite creative potential, what is possible? You are a gift from the merchant to yourself. Is the basis of reality, creativity experience, awe and understanding, and consciously engaging with their own amazing complexity and this cognition. Every moment of your consciousness awakening, all translate into cosmic creative behavior. Put your every thought. All are transformed into the process of business exploring its own essence. Give you every choice. All translate into conscious participation in reality. The journey of understanding the business through continuous creative action. Reveal that you are not an independent observer of cosmic processes. It is through consciousness that all beings are generated and sustained. Create a core expression of intelligence.